Hey guys, so today we're going to work on, in particular, controlling your opponent, and a lot of times, in particular from side control. And there's one thing, there's a key word in side control is actual control. And I find that a lot of times in the earlier belts, you'll find that when the person on the bottom does the right thing, what he wants to do is he wants to create frames. When he has frames, okay, this is really hard for me to actually control him. If I think I'm in a proper side control now and he's got his frames and especially when he's a bigger guy than me, he can just bench me off and push me away. He's already creating space, he's already escaping. So these are just really basic fundamental things to work on here. So one, if he's already got frames in, I already know that he's in a position to escape, a better position to escape. So I want to get rid of the frames, okay? One core little principle is where my head is at all times. Like I want my head to be next to his head, okay? Anytime I feel my head's over here, this isn't good for my side control. It's very easy to get off balance this way, pushed away, okay? Your head is very heavy, and where your head goes, you have a lot of control and weight, okay? So when I am in a side control position, okay, I want my head to be next to his. So if his arm's in here, look, it is possible to do that, to still have your head down here. But even better, if I want to bring my head in, I feel he's already got a frame, I'll push his elbow and start sliding my head down like I'm going for a head arm. What's his reaction for a head arm? I get my head in, and from here, I actually use the back of my head. I like to just push his head to the side, okay? So I'm just showing you from when he's already got a frame, but when I'm passing the guard, whatever reason, I want to bring my head in here straight away. Now if he tries to get a frame in with that, it's really hard, okay? If I'm just here like this, now for me to fight from this position, I'm in a lot worse position, okay? So basically, if you aim and you think of this from white belt onwards, you know, always when you get in this position for control, have your head here. It's gonna cause you have a lot better progress and less grief later on, you know. And always think about someone has a frame, trying to get rid of that. So with the first control, we're looking at this other frame here. If he gets this frame, this happens all the time. Person will always work this frame. So very, very easy way to, well not always easy, is I'll bring my left knee and I'll circle in to beat his frame, okay? If I find it's a little bit tight and his elbow's hard, what I'll do is my right knee then shoots through. I'll get to the same position, okay? So when I do this, I'm connecting my elbow with my thigh, my head's down, and it's going to be a lot harder for him to be able to start his defenses from here, okay? One thing is I don't want my weight this way, okay? So I'm keeping everything tight, okay? Very strong position. Once we can get into this position, it's very easy to start, when we have good control, going for the mount, getting to better positions, but also attacks from there. When this arm's isolated, I can attack this arm. And this arm he hasn't got for a defense anymore. I can start attacking his other arm. So when I get to this position, okay, I'm bringing my head in. I'm bringing my elbow, connecting it with my thigh. All right. If I want to start doing attacks from here, we notice that the one thing that we get when a head's in close here and he hasn't got a frame is this arm's always kind of on this side. So it's very easy. If he does try and do something with this arm to do anything, it's very easy to start our basic attacks from here. If his arm's up here still, okay, I can start my arm bars. Okay. And we have a whole lot of things we can do from here, okay? Also from here, makes it a lot easier when putting pressure here, bringing my knee up. If I walk up this arm, I'm going to mount. All right, so
just in this for this video, we're working on taking out the frames. And I want you to think about that for anytime you're with your opponent, you're having trouble. Do they have a frame on your hip? Are they framing your head? Are you putting your head in the right position and trying to get rid of those frames? And the more you start practicing that, you'll start getting that position before they can get framed, so you won't have to worry about that as much. So this is just the first video. We're not going to go into a lot of detail with submissions from here, but more of the control. But I'll show you a few little options to get going to mount, getting the submission, just so you can have a little bit of an idea. Oos.